Well, hello there, this is Circle 30 coming at you from North Remembers, today bringing you our latest arranged war victory versus House of L. We managed to pull out a 4-star victory over them. As you can see from their performance on us, they did struggle quite a bit at the top end of our order, but I don't think the Town Hall 10s and 11s are really to blame for that. They had to use quite a few dips to clear our 9s, so props to the Town Hall 9s on putting up a good defence. We, on the other hand, 2-starred all the Town Hall 11s, and we once again succumbed to the curse of leaving one Town Hall 10 untripled. But apart from that, we cleared the 10s and we cleared the 9s pretty smoothly as well. Really fun war. We actually had like a trash talk chat on GroupMe where we could like discuss things, mainly throw light-hearted insults at each other. Really good fun. I personally have never experienced that before. Really enjoyed it. House of L, clearly a great group of guys. Would definitely like to war them again, certainly. Right, the first replay we're going to look at is on number 6. It's Aldi Kaib taking on Like Mike with well, what do you expect? It's bowlers. He's going to start with a little bowler walk to create his funnel assisted by a single wizard. And then he's going to come on this corner, use a golem and a wizard to funnel the other side, drop his wall breakers in, and get this corner hut down, which is very convenient, while he drops his heroes and the rest of his bowlers to follow in, and he's wall broken open another compartment and jumped to the core. So no matter how the bowlers precisely path at the start, they're going to end up going towards the single target inferno towers this time and the core of the base. Very interesting use of the single inferno towers. It takes down bowlers very periodically, but it's somewhat slower, so very interesting to see that choice of setup on the Town Hall 10 base. Meanwhile, he's raging through the core with his bowlers. They're wrecking things like they always do. The healers, in the meantime, have congregated towards the Queen, which is possibly a result of the air sweepers. As a result, the bowlers near the top section of the base are going to die out, and the raid sort of becomes a little bit of a queen walk. He's got some back-end loons to deploy, which he's going to start using now. There's a lone cannon and a mortar at the top, which he can take down immediately, but he's going to generally save his loons until the defences that he wants to deploy them on are being tanked by this queen walk, which is going on through the base now. I should say that the end to this raid is rather closer than Aldi Kaib would have hoped. The queen comes up to this compartment. The loon that took out the mortar starts to come over. I think it gets air bombed. Yes, it hits an air bomb. 2 more loons come in on the backside archer tower. They manage to get an archer tower down, go around and take out the mortar, and now it is a case of cleanup, but there is a corner hut at the bottom of the map, so they're going to have to take that down. And I don't know if you saw the clock at the start of the raid. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was 2 minutes and 50 something, and now it's a case of these loons getting over to the last 2 defences, and they get air bombed as well. One of the balloons goes down, and everyone watching the raid goes, oh no, he's not going to have enough time to take out the gold storage, but miraculously the gold storage only is going to take 1 hit from the balloon. Same job with the elixir pump, and Aldi Kaib brings home the 3-star for North Remembers. Absolutely amazing job. So we're going to move on down to some Town Hall 9 action now. We're going to have Who Am I going in on number 11 with a variant of Go La Loon. So where he would previously have brought 2 golems in his kill squad, what he's done is he's switched out one of his golems, the one that would be in the clan castle, and he's put in some bowlers. So he uses some minions to funnel around the side of the base, taking advantage of the fact that they're not covered by air, drops his golem and his wall breakers, and then drops his heroes, and eventually also his bowlers. Everything works into the base. He does drop a jump to just make absolutely sure he gets to the Queen and the clan castle. He's got Supermax heroes, those level 30 powerhouses, and that is going to see him through the air defense, both heroes, and the CC. I think he might also get the air sweeper, but I'm not entirely sure. King steps up. He uses the ability, and he will get all the objectives he needs to. And then he starts dropping the air portion of his raid, drops the loons first because he knows that they won't get into AD range for a little while, so he knows he's safe to get them going before he drops his hounds, uses a rage spell and gets great value out of it. He gets loads of defenses covered with the wider range of the rage spell over the haste spell, then uses a haste to get his loons over to the expo quickly and then over to the sweeper where there aren't many defenses, uses another rage over a tightly packed clump of defenses, and by this time he's sending in a fresh hound on the last AD, and there isn't much that's going to be able to stop this raid. He has another balloon in the bag along with a minion. He's dropped a couple of minions in to assist his lava pups cleaning around to the outside of the base, and now it's just a case of waiting for the rest of the loons to go around and take out the final defenses. Really overpowering raid with bowlers in the CC, paying testament to the fact that really you can do any raid you originally wanted to do and just replace the CC with bowlers and it will still work. So fantastic job to Who Am I. Rolling down a couple of spots to number 14, we've got Karim again with a weird max attack variant. So he's gonna walk all the way through the base with his kill squad and take out as many ADs as he can and the queen, and then he's going to loon the backside. Now I like what he does with his left hand side golem here. He drops it and funnels his queen, and the queen does a little bit of a walk. He doesn't drop the queen right where he wants her to enter the base. He just lets her drift around and take out some defenses first, which is really good value. And also, as you can see, actually I don't know if you can see it in there, it's somewhere in the mix of those defenses, Karim has joined the P.E.K.K.A cult. He has a P.E.K.K.A in there, walking around the base with his king, and it's actually doing quite a good job of bashing things, really. There were quite a few non-defense structures in the core, so he's decided to bring a P.E.K.K.A to help him get through those faster. The P.E.K.K.A manages to survive to the end of the raid, I believe. So I suppose a good troop selection. Now he has tons of loons left, but they're all going to group on their expo, and then they're going to subject themselves to a wizard tower and an air bomb. And I've never seen such loon genocide in my life. They just all get damaged at once, drift over to the loon, and then just dive bomb it. Loads of air traps, eventually kill all the balloons, but they also kill the wizard tower. The golem is working on the air defense, and he has 2 back-end loons with which to drop on the final archer tower and seal the base. Meanwhile, the queen is attacking her favourite target, a wall, trying to get to the outside of the base to clean some structures. Meanwhile, the P.E.K.K.A is still cleaning, the loons are now cleaning, and that will be an easy 3-star for Karim. So very well done on that. So, moving on down to take a look at number 18. It's being 3-starred by Minion Man himself, CJ Celtics33, showing that it's not all about dem air attacks. He can ground attack too, and here he's going to use HGH OPB with a couple of back-end loons. He's going to drop his giants straight down, a few wizards to funnel, of course, and then let his giants work his way into the base. He's got a massive wide funnel, so there's no possible way that his bowlers or queen could wander around. He drops a rage to get everything working through the base. He drops a poison on the queen. The CC golem comes out. It will go down rather quickly with bowlers under rage. A couple of giants get sprung, but no worries. He begins his hog deployment at the top in the knowledge that they'll be relatively safe. Meanwhile, the kill squad is still working up the left-hand side of the base. He drops a heal spell to keep his hogs alive and make sure that the defences at the top are still being tanked so he can send in hogs there. Encounters an unexpected Tesla farm. This was a fresh hit, but he has enough hogs and heals to keep his troops alive through that. And at this point, there really isn't that much left of the base, and he still has quite a few giants, bowlers and heroes. In fact, he has troops kind of dotted all over the base, really doing cleanup. The giants kind of fizzle out at this point, but he's still got more than enough firepower to take down this base. He just has to wait for everything to get through the town hall and the walls in the case of the cleanup troops. And also that elixir storage that's going to take a while to get to. Obviously, once they've taken down the spell factory, all the different troops decide to target different walls, because that's how it works. But eventually, one group of troops break through, and the elixir storage goes down. So very well done to CJ on that one. Moving on to our final raid of the day, another one with bowlers in the CC, and it's not one you see documented quite so much. It doesn't have the fame that HGHB quite has, but it's still just as effective in many people's eyes. Stoned Hobo, a fantastically named strat with basically it's a stoned goho, so 3 golems, lots of back-end hogs, but Angerbolt has decided I'm going to follow the meta and fill my CC with bowlers. So he drops a bunch of golems on the lower right side of this base, does a similar thing with his queen to Karim's attack, lets it wander around a little bit, breaks in with the wall breakers, and the bowlers go into the base. And then they go straight out of the base again, because they are bowlers and they enjoy doing that. But Angerbolt is not phased. He drops a rage spell and a jump spell to get his barbarian king, etc. over to the queen. And at the moment, he's got at least 2 full-size golems, I think, in the core of this base. So he knows he can start dropping his hogs safely around the outside. He drops his heal spell to get them through these Teslas. I think the heal spell will also survive them through the Tesla on the outside. But they're not even going there, so you should ignore circle on that. He drops more hogs on the mortar and the Tesla on the outside. And at this point, he may well have enough hogs to finish the base on their own, but he decides to bring some back-end loons just to finish off the rest of the base. And at this point, you see just how overpowering that attack was. He's got hogs left, he's got loons left, he's got a bowler left, he's got his queen left, and the troops are going to spread out really quite nicely and finish off the base. This was another of those attacks where the raid itself took just over a minute, so there really wasn't enough time for the defences to shoot down the units that Angerbolt brought, so really good job to you on that one. So that is all for this recap of North Remembers versus House of L. I've got 2 more recaps coming in a relatively short space of time. I've got North Faction going up against Bada Bing Clan, and North Watchers versus Mariana Trench feeder to War Whale. So stay tuned to hear how we got on there, but that is going to do it for today. So until next time, this is Circle 30 reminding you to stay frosty.